What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave, and we are here live for the final match of Survivor Series. Brock Lesnar and Goldberg. Brock is in the ring. We're about to get this thing going with the old man Goldberg. We already had one old man who shouldn't have been in the ring get hurt tonight, and I think we're about to get a second. Check it out, guys. This has been a crazy night, and not for good reasons. That's not the cool way of saying good or using good. No, it's bad. It's been very bad, and for some weird reasons. For me, about an hour before the show started, a big leak happened. All right, and I know probably not a lot of people know about this, but the betting odds shifted drastically, not just a little, drastically, because leaks were put out of 3 matches. The Brian Kendrick would in fact now be winning his match for the Cruiserweight Championship, which did happen. The Miz inexplicably would be winning his match against Sami Zayn, which inexplicably did happen. And then the third was that Goldberg would now be winning this match against Brock Lesnar. Inexplicably. No reason for it to happen, but we're about to see it. And I promised everybody that if that happened, if Goldberg does win this match, if he were to win this match, that I would give the absolute biggest burial you have ever seen of the WWE. And I am here to deliver on that promise, because I do not back down from what I say, because I think this will be one of the biggest mistakes that the WWE has ever made. On a night full of mistakes. But you know what? Most of the things that happened tonight that didn't work or were a little bit weird for people, those are common everyday WWE things. You know, that happens all the time. It's not a big surprise, and it's not all that big of a reason to get angry about. We'll talk about all of that. But if this happens, if Goldberg wins this match, and 3 years of Brock Lesnar build, people getting their arms broken, people losing monumental streaks, people getting beaten in some of the most lopsided, one-handed victories you'll ever see in championship title contestations. If all of that goes to the 50-plus-year-old Goldberg, that can help WWE to a matter of zero, it will be the biggest mistake that the WWE has made in 25 years. At least. I mean that, no hyperbole. It's one of the biggest mistakes they will ever make. You cannot, I'm begging the wrestling gods to talk some sense into Vince McMahon. You cannot give Lesnar this loss. Lesnar is now done if this loss happens. Goldberg cannot go 2-0 on the Beast. There's just no way. There's no way. It makes no sense for it to happen. He's 50. He shouldn't even be there. But here we go. Goldberg, Lesnar, I gotta admit, here, regardless of any of the leaks and all that shit that we've seen, this build has been very good. Goldberg and Lesnar made me care. Made me almost forget about 12 years ago. Not quite, but almost. And now we're going to see if they can cash in and really do something amazing here. Defy the odds. Defy Father Time. Defy everything. And put on a halfway. Oh, Lesnar goes right after him. Lesnar picks up Goldberg's old ass. Goldberg knocks him down. Oh, shit. We're going to talk about Shane McMahon getting hurt. We're going to talk about that. All of that is coming after this match. Goldberg shoving down Lesnar. I kind of like that. That's a good opening to this match. Now he's in his head. Now he's in his head. Spear! Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. There's the spear. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. A second spear. It's happened. No. No. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is this it? Oh my God. And Toronto is chanting Goldberg, but that doesn't mean much. They chanted Ellsworth. Is he going to get him up? He got him up. There's the jack. Holy shit. No. 1, 2, 3. Son of a bitch. Oh. Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck just happened? 30 seconds? Lesnar gets no offense? All right, that's it, guys. That's it. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to get fucking taken down. Oh my God. I don't even know what to fucking say. This was not the planned shit. This was not what was supposed to happen. Up until 1 hour before the show, Miz was losing, Kendrick was losing, and Goldberg was losing. And can you imagine the show we would have gotten had those three things happen? This is unfucking believable. Not only does Goldberg beat Lesnar, destroy the last 3 years of sacrifice that we've seen in the WWE, he did it in 45 seconds. Goldberg didn't even accomplish anything here. What did he show his wife and his kid? They gotta be disappointed. This is unbelievable. What did he train for? This is unfucking real. This is one of the stupidest things in the history of fucking wrestling. I cannot believe how bad this is. I look, Toronto, you chant all you want. You're getting caught up in bullshit because do you have any idea what just happened? Do you have any idea, Toronto, what you're cheering for? Lesnar's last 3 years, the streak, all of it bullshit, all of it meaningless, all of it pointless. There is no plan. There is no God. There is nothing. Just oblivion. Just bullshit. I can't even begin to tell you the level of disappointment that is going through my fucking face hole right now. The level of just pure fucking... Goldberg taking his shirtless kid in the ring, that's supposed to make all this better. Goldberg taking his shirtless kid in the ring, that makes it all better. That makes it... Why is the kid shirtless? What the fuck does this accomplish? This is unfucking believable. This is a crime against wrestling. This is a crime. This is the next episode of Crimes Against Wrestling. Guess what we're going to be talking about? We're going to be talking about this. Spoiler. 30 seconds. We sit through a night of just weird booking and poor execution for most of the night. Like I said, we're going to get through all of that in just a little bit. But then to cap it all off, and we don't even get a Brock Lesnar beatdown. Brock doesn't even beat the fuck out of Goldberg afterwards. This is unbelievable. This is good night. They're saying good night. It's over. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. One of the worst things I have ever fucking seen in all my years of watching wrestling. One of the most nonsensical fucking things I have ever seen in the history of fucking wrestling. This could be the single most nonsensical decision in the history of wrestling. What the fuck? Does Goldberg have nude pictures of Vinnie Mac banging some fucking Ethiopian child? What does he have? What does he have on him? How the hell did this happen? I don't understand this. I don't know why the betting lines changed the way they did. I can't believe it. It's unbelievable. It really is one of the worst things I've ever seen in wrestling. Because 3 years of build, 3 years of feeding Brock all of these things to build him to a point to where you can pop that cherry, that you can, fucking milk this cow that you have fed it up, that you've been fattening, and give it to somebody that can help the company long term. A Samoa Joe, a Shinsuke Nakamura, a Kevin Owens, AJ fucking Styles, somebody that you can give all of that juice to. That's what you've been doing for the last 3 years. But instead, you give it to a 50-year-old guy who may never wrestle again. This is unbelievable, people. Now, you guys know me. If you're new here, maybe you don't know. But if you've been here a while, you know what I'm about. I'm fair. I may not be right. I'm not the smartest wrestling guy in the world. I believe there are smarter wrestling minds than me. But I am probably the most fair person, the most fair wrestling commentator on YouTube. I think most people would agree with that. I am unbelievably fair. But there is absolutely no defending this. There is nothing on the other side that you can point to, even monetarily. Brock is too big of a draw. Now, the only thing that could possibly explain this is there's something more going on with Brock Lesnar drug-wise. Only thing. Only fucking thing. This is unbelievable. Pittsburgh boy's a fucking idiot. Dave, you're over-exaggerating. Pittsburgh, you know nothing about wrestling, and I am putting your ass on timeout to think about your life choices. There is no way that you could fucking want good things. I'm sorry, I never make comments like this. I never say shit like this, ever. But there's no way that you could be invested in the long-term growth of wrestling and be supportive of this situation. There is no way that you can want the best for the wrestling industry and be supportive of the decisions that we've seen tonight. Let's recap some of the things that we saw. Going back a fucking week when Shane McMahon was announced to be the member of SmackDown. They had a perfect opportunity to give Shane an out, put in The Undertaker, but then what happens? The old man Shane, 46 years, I understand The Undertaker's older, but at least he's wrestled a little bit more than fucking Shane has. I mean, in his career, he's got a little bit more experience. What does Shane do? Comes out, doesn't fucking listen to anything, goes crazy, and he hurts himself. Actually, Roman hurt him, but I'm going to give it on Shane too. This is all completely on everybody here. We see the WWE deciding to stick with what has not been working on Raw and SmackDown. The CWC, the Cruiserweights, are not working on Raw. They're not working. They're being forgotten. They're being misused. It's not working. They had a perfect opportunity to have a title change as well as a division swap over to SmackDown, which also is going to have 205 Live right after it every single week. It would have given SmackDown a hell of a lot more wrestling content, which it's been lacking. There has not been enough wrestling on SmackDown. They could have filled this up, but they chose not to. They could have brought over the Intercontinental Championship from SmackDown over to Raw and gave Raw a better full-on division because they have so many singles guys with nothing to do. But they decide at the last minute to change plans because up into an hour, I'm going to say it again, up into an hour before the show started, it was almost set in stone that fucking The Miz was losing. That's why he took the belt off of Ziggler. It's why he took the belt off of Ziggler, so he could drop the belt to fucking Zayn. Because they didn't want Ziggler to do it. They would have Miz doing it. It makes a hell of a lot more sense because we would have gotten a way better match had Ziggler been in that match. So what's the fucking point if you're having a retain anyway? It makes absolutely no sense. It was a last minute fucking call. Something happened, and I believe that a lot of this has to do with us. with people on the internet, prediction shows, all of the insiders, the betting lines, all of it that had this pay-per-view fucking completely in its sights, had it 100% targeted, had it locked down, had it completely bottled in. I think we had a lot to do with it. I really believe that, because they made these changes, and it feels like out of no other reason than just to say, fuck you, wrestling community. You're not going to tell us that our product is too fucking predictable. Here's the problem. The predictability would have fucking worked tonight. Raw would have been better off. SmackDown would have been better off. And Brock Lesnar would have still had his fucking 3 years of juice to give to a younger fucking competitor who would help WWE. I've got a hell of a lot more to say, but a longtime friend who has not called in so fucking long, I'm just glad to see he's still fucking alive, to be completely honest, has just called in, and I want to get his thoughts before I blow a fucking capillary. It's fucking Too Tall. What's going on, Too Tall? Yeah, fuck you, man. You're lucky I don't have a Tommy C bomb or something. It's fucking unbelievable. I'm telling you. By the way, hey, you motherfuckers in the chat, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Make me feel a little bit better. 23 likes, 130 people in here. Get the fuck out of here. Either leave. Yeah, I'm telling you, either leave or hit the like button. That's what I'm fucking telling you. If you don't like it, go find someone else. Unbelievable. I am fucking furious. You see this fucking, here's the goddamn state. Man. God damn it. Oh, my God. I almost hung myself. I don't know if you saw that. I almost hung myself. But I decided you two might not like that. Machinima might not like that. I don't think Machinima would be very appreciative of that. Neither would fucking YouTube. I don't think they'd like it. Oh, shit. Yeah, my bad. I had it. Sorry. I got it fixed. Okay. All right, go ahead, Tuto.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
What a shit show, dude. I almost went live on that piece of shit Too Tall channel. I swear to God.
You mean that dead, non-existent, fucking dried up mummy of a channel?
Trash can. Yeah, that fucking trash can over there.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah. Man,
I'm absolutely in shock right now. Absolutely in shock. That's the thing. I really want to hammer this home. I want people to understand what happened here. This was not Pittsburgh. Boy, you didn't get timed out for a difference of opinion. You got timed out because you're an asshole. And guess what? You're going back on timeout for being a little whiny bitch. Now you're going back on timeout for being a whiny bitch. Think about your life choices. I want everybody to understand something. Up into an hour before the show started, up into 1 hour, literally 1 hour before the show started, all the betting lines, everything had everything the way that it was going for the last 2 weeks. Everything was planned out. I cannot wait to read the stories as to why, at the last minute, 3 matches that would have fundamentally changed, in my opinion, the 3 most important matches of the entire night, because they change everything thematically. It changes everything if those 3 matches go the other way. If SmackDown gets the cruiserweights, it's exciting. We got a new champion. The brand is getting a whole new fucking division. The Intercontinental Championship goes to Raw. These are exciting fucking things that gets people fucking juiced and amped and talking. And then Brock does what Brock's supposed to do and beat Goldberg. But none of that happened. None of that happened. Go ahead.
This was the 30th. If I'm not, I know I've been gone for like 3 months, which is like 4 years in wrestling, but this was the 30th Survivor Series, right?
It was. Yes, it was.
It was supposed to be something. I mean, 30 years of a pay-per-view, you're supposed to get something from it. And you look at the totality of this night, there is nothing. There was some highs, but followed by a bunch of lows. Like every time a match was on a high, there was a weird ending, or Chris Jericho and Shane McMahon were talking to each other. Shane McMahon almost looked like he's going to kill people or maybe kill himself in the process.
The weirdest roll-up we've ever seen. The weirdest roll-up we've ever seen, where Jericho was just like, hey, roll up. Unbelievable.
You want to roll me up, bro? Or what do you want to do here?
Did you forget the line here? Line? Line? Fuck me. There's so many little things that you can hit. And I'll forgive the little shit most of the time if the big stuff gets right. But when the big stuff goes fucking categorically, fundamentally, catastrophically wrong, the little stuff gets a little bit more annoying. How about Nia Jax tapping out. Not just losing, tapping out. How about Braun Strowman being the first one eliminated? The two people that could have benefited most from being put over strong, even in a losing effort, they lose in the worst fucking ways. Ellsworth gets involved. It's unfucking believable. It's unconscionable. It's unconscionable.
I tweeted right before and I know we're jumping around obviously because all the emotions are going through everybody, but I tweeted right before the match started. I was like, I bet you go. I said Goldberg's gonna be gassed in 2 minutes, and I tweeted to myself, you know what? WCW ending? Like I swear, I was like, yo, I swear if this is a WCW ending, because I thought to myself, it's either there's no way he's gonna beat Lesnar if this thing goes on for like 5-10 minutes. There's no fucking way.
No.
Right?
No.
What do you remember Goldberg as in WCW?
2 minute matches.
People in like 16 seconds.
2 minute matches, man. And we didn't even get that. Lesnar did nothing. Lesnar gently put him in the corner. Lesnar picked him up, caressed him a little bit, and gently sat him in the corner. I cannot believe what the fuck we saw. I am in shock. I mean, look, if Goldberg wins in an epic encounter and there's some back and forth, maybe I can fucking try to defend this a little bit. Maybe I can try. But Goldberg wins in 45 seconds with absolutely no offense on Brock Lesnar and then parades his shirtless child in the ring. I can't defend that. I just hurt my fucking shoulder.
Goldberg. Like, they know what the fuck is actually happening.
I don't know if I can
in all reality, WWE, I'm going to throw out the Undertaker thing because I'm sure you already mentioned it before I got here because it was coming down to my computer or whatever, but I'm sure you talk about the WrestleMania thing. But even aside from that, you build Lesnar so long, and then this guy comes in who's, Lesnar's next and last. He said it in the fucking, on his shit or whatever. He's next and last. He's not apparently wrestling again, and we're like, Lesnar, fucking UFC champion, just beat the fuck out of Mark, just all over a clusterfuck of garbage.
He takes the streak off Undertaker. He gives John Cena his most lopsided fucking loss in the history of John Cena, in the history of championship matches. It's the most one-sided fucking fight I've ever seen. And many other things. Breaking Triple H's, all kinds of things that have led up over the last fucking 3 years. And what do? They give it to a 50-year-old man without a fight. Without a fight, Brock did nothing. This is unbelievable.
Undertaker knew what was happening. That's why when he was on SmackDown, he was like, WrestleMania is not going to define me. He didn't want any part of that shit. Taker was like, I'm out, motherfucker. We're done here. I'm not doing shit.
WrestleMania will no longer define me, boy. Because fuck that shit.
Because I know what's happening in a week and I'm out, bitch. We out. Get the fucking van. I'm out of here. Let's go home.
Give me my hemorrhoid pad, Michelle. We need to go on vacation. Because now nothing matters. Nothing matters. Nothing matters anymore. The little things that do matter in the WWE, in wrestling, are the stories that are told, the continuity. And when you do take something, now whether or not you believe out there that the Undertaker streak meant something, it's irrelevant. Yeah. It's irrelevant because to the industry, it does mean something. To the industry, beating John Cena in the way that Brock Lesnar did mean something. And the whole point of doing things, making sacrifices like that, is to eventually give it to somebody else to make them a bigger star on the biggest stage. WrestleMania could have been Shinsuke Nakamura, could have been Samoa Joe, could have been AJ Styles, could have been Kevin fucking Owens, it could have even been Roman Reigns. It could have been anybody.
Shit, at this point, I think we're all wishing it was like Roman.
Like, oh my God, I wish Roman would have beat him 2 years ago. It's unbelievable. It's one of the most unbelievable things I've ever seen. I can't explain it. I can't fucking get in here and talk about it makes sense from a money standpoint, because it doesn't. It doesn't make sense from a money standpoint.
What's Goldberg gonna do? Grab the fucking reins and roll on for the next 2 years? No, he's done.
Goldberg's winning both championships.
He might wrestle at Mania.
He's gonna go to Raw, and he's gonna win the world title tomorrow night, and then he's gonna go to SmackDown and win their world title. I think he's gonna win both world titles.
Oh, you know what it is?
That's what's happening.
Vince McMahon is gonna have Goldberg.
Stop it, Cat. You keep talking. I got to go let this stupid fucking cat out again. Keep talking. God, I'm going to kick this cat.
I like that he got a cat. That's perfect.
Wait until
Vince McMahon, I'll take over. No big deal. Go take a shit or whatever. Vince McMahon is going to let Goldberg win the Universal title on Monday Night Raw, like he just said. And then just out of principle of how much Vince McMahon wants to beat streaks and hate everybody else's streak except his, he's going to have Goldberg hold that title longer than he held the WCW title, the World Heavyweight title, when he was Goldberg in WCW. That's the whole point of this thing, right? That's the only rational explanation if Goldberg holds the Universal title longer than he held the WCW title.
He's not going to hold any title. There's no title being held. It's just
that's fucking hilarious. I'm
trying to figure out anything that makes this make sense, but nothing does. And nothing does. And then when you add in everything else that happened tonight, from the beginning of the show all the way to the end, while yes, there were some really nice moments. There was some very nice moments. There was so many questionable and just weird decisions. I don't get it. And the only thing that I could think of is it's Vince McMahon in the back going, you see all the smarks out there? They have it right. The betting lines were 100% right. We've got to change this, Hunter. Paul, listen to me. We got to change these 3 matches. And Paul's like, Vince, what are you talking about? We have everything planned. I don't care, damn it. I'm Vince McMahon. Blah. Give it to Goldberg. Paul's like, but Dad, we've been building him for 3 years. I don't care, damn it. Listen to him chant Goldberg. Unfucking believable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I'm in shock. I mean, I am pissed off. I just bought TNA, donated $1. What the fuck was that main event? Brock Lesnar no greater than Heath Slater. Suplex City, more like Jobber City. Brock is legit one of the toughest men in the world and got beat by somebody who could be my granddad. Very well said. Very well fucking said. Okay, I need fucking money tonight. Donate to me. I'm for my nervous breakdown. I'm going to the hospital. Maybe $100 I eat a fucking $100 I eat a Carolina Reaper. $100 we're gonna make this fucking party hot because you guys need to be entertained, damn it, and I need more money in my pocket. So let's all get it all going happy. Oh my god, I want to beat somebody. I want somebody to be in front of me so I could punch him. I feel like, what was that movie? Steel Magnolias with fucking, when Julia Roberts died and what's her name? Fucking, oh man, the overactress Supreme. She's a really good overactress. She starts screaming, I just want to find somebody. I want to hit him. I want to hit him hard so they can feel what I'm feeling right now. That's what I want to do. I want to beat the shit out of somebody. It's bad enough Shinsuke Nakamura lost last night. At least that had purpose. At least that had purpose. It sets up a third match. He got kicked in the dick. He got spiked on a fucking thing. It had purpose. It had meaning. This had no meaning. There's nothing to this. Nothing. It's one of the most unbelievable things.
I love the people that don't understand what actually just happened, and they're just like, Goldberg. Like, that's fine. You want to be happy about it?
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm not angry. I'm not angry. They're trying to troll, obviously, but I'm not angry that you're saying Goldberg. To me, I'm just laughing inside at how dumb you are, but it's okay.
Look, if you guys are finding some enjoyment out of Goldberg winning, and that's fine. This is not what this is about.
That's why you pay $9.99.
Absolutely. If you're
that's why you're paying.
And you don't care about the long-term health of the industry. And I don't say things like this because I feel it's so pretentious, it's so douchebaggery, but it's true. This is damning. What happened tonight, not just in the main event, but the entire night, is damning to the overall health of WWE. Everybody's been in agreement that WWE sucked shit for the past 3-4 months. It's not been good. Raw's not been good. SmackDown's not been good. The ratings are down. Everything fucking sucks. So why keep everything the same, but then have fucking Goldberg beat Lesnar? Why is that good? Why does that make sense? I don't get it. I'm going to take some calls. You going to stick around?
I'll stick around for a little bit.
All right, you can stick around for a little while. All right. I was going to take a call. Now he went away. We're going to take your calls live on Skype. David Vancura, DavidVancura. And, of course, number 702-751-2902. Thank you, Me Grimlock. I appreciate your donation. Survivor Series horrible, but it's okay, Dave, because Me Grimlock King. There you go. Thank you for that. We will be taking your calls. We're going to also get through. I got notes. I do got notes, copious in nature. We're going to get to them as well. I want to talk about all the matches. I do got some notes on them. But let's go ahead and start tonight with some frustration. It's Joe Martin, folks. You're live with Dead on Dave. And Too Tall. Too Tall's back. Holy shit. It takes a fucking catastrophic event to get Too Tall back over. It's unbelievable. Joe, what you got?
What's going on, guys? And let me just say, that was fucking trash.
Yes.
That is
agreed.
The worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Pretty bad.
I gave WWE a chance because I haven't watched them in a while, and this is what I get. 45 seconds of cow flop that I have to watch because fucking this is bullshit. This is bullshit. You can't just fucking have Brock Lesnar do all of this for 3 years, beat the streak, which I got so upset about.
Yeah.
It doesn't even fucking matter.
Yeah, and you know what? Even a 15-year-old transgender person like Joe Martin knows that something's wrong. Okay? even a 15-yearld
like
tranny knows.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
he's like, yeah, you know what?
Fuck it, guy.
Yeah, fuck it.
That makes sense.
I am Kate. I am Kate. All right, Joe, I agree with you. It was a shit show. Anything else?
No, I really like that 5-on-5 SmackDown versus Raw match.
The men's match was awesome. Awesome.
Everybody jizzed their pants about the Shield. It's not a fucking reunion. They teased it. Nothing's gonna happen. Everyone shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no, it was a one-time thing. They're on different brands. I think that most of that men's match was awesome. There was even problems with that, and the biggest issue was Shane fucking McMahon, who ended up getting hurt. Big fucking surprise. Unbelievable.
But if that was Undertaker, he would have taken the same spear, and he probably would have.
When has Taker gone coast to coast? Fucking Martin. When has Taker gone? He would never have gone coast to coast. That was from coast to coast. Get the fuck out. You're out. You're over the top rope. Jesus, I can't believe you just said that. Undertaker's gonna go coast to coast. Undertaker's gonna go coast to coast.
Nothing changes in 3 months. It really doesn't.
It really doesn't. Nothing is. Isn't it nice? Isn't it nice
funny.
that you were able to
slide right back in and talk shit to Joe Martin,
and everything is just
hilarious.
the same. I'm a little less fat than I was 3 months ago.
I see that. I gained muscle. I've been working out. I'm gaining muscle and shit.
293 pounds. I'm down to.
Nice.
Yeah, back in June I started at 352. Man, I've lost 60 fucking pounds.
You're officially fuckable again, you know?
I am. Well, I mean, now I don't have to close my eyes when I masturbate. That's the best thing. I can masturbate with the eyes open now. It's fucking fantastic.
You can see yourself.
I want to give everybody a big shout out for being here and being part of this fucking wake, this funeral, this morning that we're going through. Chilling with Jay, I see Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, Fake Ass Twat, Pittsburgh boys here, Apith, who is just calling me all kinds of names and nobody's timing him out. Make him think about his life choices, motherfuckers. Francisco Scagna, Jay Wilson, Sarah Small, Too Tall. I see you're in there too. Look at you. Everybody's here, man. Just Too Sweet is here. Whatever mate's here. Everybody's here. Let's take some more calls. Matt Kennedy. I don't think you have made me a friend. I'm not taking your call unless you add me first. You've got to add me first. You've got to add me first. Because I'm not hanging up on Too Tall for you. So add me first, and then we will try this again. Glenn Power donated $5. The main event who was a who will perspire more in 30 seconds. Thank you for your donation. No, I can, but he's not. He didn't add me, so I can't add him into the call without getting rid of you.
Oh, that's weird.
He's just got to add the contacts. That's how it works. Like this person.
Like the phone number doesn't work anymore?
No, he didn't call on a phone number. He's calling on Skype. Like this person, Mystic. Mystic added me, so now I can add Mystic right to the call. Mystic, you're live with Dead on Dave. And Too Tall's here. Holy fuck, what you got for us?
Hey, Dave. Well, I don't know if you were watching when I was in the chat, but I didn't get to see Survivor Series, but I have a theory.
Uh-oh.
I feel like, well, it's not really a theory. I'll just spout what I...
Yeah, spit it, girl. You got it.
But...
Where'd you go?
What happened?
Mystic! No! She was about to say something amazing. I said spit it, and she got scared or something.
She was like, what the fuck?
What is this white guy talking about? Did he just say spit it to me? Did he really just fucking say spit it to me? Holy shit. Mystic, fix your shit and then come back. Fix your stuff, my dear.
Oh, man. You got female viewers now.
I got a lot of female viewers. It's crazy.
You're killing it.
I've got like 7 of them, dude.
You're becoming like a sex icon.
Well, look at me. Would you?
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'd fuck me.
I mean, yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
I'm telling you, man. That's fucking amazing. I'm pretty happy about it. We got Matthew Kennedy got the memo, and he go ahead and added himself to the call. Matthew Kennedy, you're live with Dead on Dave and Too Tall. What you got? Or not. Everybody's gone. Now everybody's fucking gone. Unbelievable. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try to get people back in here. All right. We're having all kinds of issues. Who the fuck is here? This is shit.
Dave. Hey, Dave, it's Matt.
Oh wait, try calling back in a second. I hung up on everybody.
Okay.
All right, let's get Too Tall back in. I want to get Too Tall back in. Holy God! All right, starting a new call here. We're gonna get Too Tall back in, and then we're gonna bring everybody else back in. Too Tall. I don't know what happened. Everybody just got dropped out.
Skype. You know?
Usually I don't have these problems with Skype. Make sure you update your shit before you call people. Update your shit. All right, Matthew Kennedy. Let's see if he can get in now. His shit's not updated. I think that's the fucking problem. Matthew Kennedy, you're live with Dead on Dave and Too Tall. What you got? Kennedy. Shit. Hey, Too Tall, man, let me get to some of these callers, man. This isn't working.
No, that's fine.
People
I'll get
buddy.
out.
Call
good,
back
man.
in
I'll
when
get
you
the
see
fuck
it
out.
fucking start. Oh, I feel bad as you haven't been on in so long. But
No,
I got
it's all
so
good,
many
man.
callers. All right, buddy.
All right, later, man.
Call back in.
Oop.
All right, Too Tall's gone. All right, let's try this again now. We're going to go one at a time because Skype fucking sucks. Matthew Kennedy, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hey, Dave, how are you?
I am. Have you been watching? I am not well. I'm not doing well. But I haven't had a heart attack yet, so that's good. What do you got for me, buddy?
Who do you know who works at WWE? Because I think it's a bunch of apes who are blind, and because Survivor Series tonight, it was pretty AIDS.
It was. WWE has AIDS. Everybody has AIDS. Holy fuck! Yeah, it was pretty bad, man. It was fairly repugnant.
I've calmed down. I've calmed down. I was cursing. I was yelling. I couldn't do it because my dad was right there next to me, so I couldn't yell next to him.
You should have punched him in the face. That would have got your message across. You should have punched your father right in the face, and it would have made you feel a lot better. You know what? Sometimes you got to start a fight with your old man. It just happens.
Did you watch Takeover last night? Correct? Yes.
I did. Yes, I loved it. Loved it.
You were invested in every single match, correct?
Every single match, I was emotionally invested. And they were all perfectly executed. Tonight, we had none of that.
How many matches were you invested in tonight?
Most of the men's match. But other than that, the men's 5-on-5, that was about it. Surprisingly, I was shocked at how good the tag team match was. That was actually really good. It was a good match, but I didn't care. And even that still had a bunch of stuff that didn't really make a lot of sense.
Every single damn thing that was good, which was not very much about WWE tonight, they seem to ruin it in every single night. You got Braun Strowman, you got Nia Jax, you had freaking Kevin Owens who lost. He wasn't even the last man standing.
Oh my God, Kevin Owens losing in the way that he did, and then fucking Jericho having a fucking mental breakdown over that stupid fucking list that all you idiots out there have made popular. You made the fucking list an important member of the team tonight. They lost Jericho and technically Owens because of that fucking list that you guys think is so cool.
The list is more important. The fucking United States Championship is more important than the goddamn world title on the show, Dave.
Nothing's important. Nothing's sacred. Nothing makes sense. It's all chaos. I'm damn serious. I'm so considering. I know people say this all the time, but I don't even want to watch this next week. I gotta be honest with you. I'm feeling the same way. I'm out. I feel like I'm emotionally just done. Look. I know people like to hear me talk about wrestling for whatever fucking reason that is. So I'm gonna keep on keeping on because that's what we do here. But I want to give you guys a visual of how I feel tonight. Playing the role of me is Gizmo. And playing the role of WWE is the Marshmallow Man. We see here's Gizmo just having a good time. He's like, oh, I'm watching the wrestling. It's going to be so good. And then WWE's like, you're not enjoying anything. And Gizmo's like, wait a second. You don't have to do this. If you just ask me nicely, I'll give you the ass. And he's like, no, I'm the WWE. I want to take the ass. No, please. You're rooting it. Shut up. Take it. No, please. I really don't want. That was me tonight. All right, Matt, I appreciate the call, buddy. Let me get some other calls.
All right, Dave.
Take it easy, buddy. Mystic, try to call back in. In fact, I'm going to try to get her back in because she did have some stuff that I wanted to hear. So I'm going to call her back, which I usually don't do. Mystic, I'm bringing you back in because you got cut off and like the whole fucking Skype went into the Matrix and it was a glitch. It was crazy. So I'm bringing you back because you sounded like you had something good to say. So I want to hear it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I literally just budged my laptop just a little bit, and my Ethernet cable just decided to unplug completely. I'm like, oh well, fuck. So
I thought it was because I got awkward and told you to spit it, girl. That's what I said, and I was like, I got amazingly awkward, and you were like, I'm out. Fuck this fat white guy. Fuck him.
No, I didn't even hear that.
Thank God for that. You heard it now, though. What do you got for me, Mystic? I want to hear your thoughts.
Okay, so like I said, so I feel like they realize now that the brand split went completely totally wrong. So now they're like slowly starving SmackDown until they could they could reconnect them both, and we could just start all over again. And personally, I feel like they're putting NXT so much over the main roster so they could get more views for NXT. It's this weird ploy. That's my personal opinion.
It could be about the network, but here's the thing that kind of runs contrary to that. Survivor Series was on the network. They were invested in making this good. And another problem with, I'm not saying the theory is necessarily wrong, but they introduced stipulations a couple weeks ago, that could have fixed two major problems with the brand split. The fact that the cruiserweights are not being used properly on Raw. They could have fixed that tonight because 205 Live is starting on Tuesday. It would have made all the sense in the world. Logistically, it would have made sense too. Now these guys have got to travel between different places to make both shows. It makes absolutely no sense to do that to your fucking work staff, but hey, whatever. But they could have made that change and put them on SmackDown, got rid of the Intercontinental Championship, which isn't even being used. It's barely being featured on SmackDown. Could have put it on Raw where you have a bunch of singles competitors that need shit to do, and it would have fixed a major problem in both shows. But instead, an hour before the show, everything changed. The plans completely changed, and somebody got wind about it because something had to have leaked, because the betting lines switched drastically. Not only did Goldberg, Miz, and Brian Kendrick become favorites, they became massive favorites.
The thing is, though, with sending the IC title over to Raw, then what would SmackDown have? Because then Raw would already have three major titles: the Universal, Tag Team, and then IC. What would SmackDown really have other than their own title, their own women's title?
Well, see, I think they would have had enough. I think they would have had having the world title, the women's title, tag team titles, and the cruiserweight division. I think that would have been enough. They don't need the IC title. But we all know that
they weren't gonna. What we all know, they weren't gonna sacrifice the cruiserweights. We all know that.
Well, see, they're already doing
successful.
They're already sacrificing them. They're sacrificing them on Raw. They're wasting them away. They're not using them hardly at all, and certainly not properly.
But Stephanie doesn't want to give it up. She knows she has the power. She knows, like, oh, I have this, I have this, I have this. I'm not gonna give anything to Shane.
Yeah,
she's not going to force them over.
I think
she wasn't going to let them go anyway.
Well, see, a big problem with a lot of that is there was no reason to even put the stipulation in. Stipulations like sending the title and a division over and to not deliver on either one of them, especially when you take into consideration that they set up the Intercontinental Championship to be dropped by having The Miz beat fucking Ziggler. Beating Ziggler, we would have gotten a way better match between Ziggler and Zayn, but instead they dropped the title to Miz because up until an hour before the show, I want to stress that because it's very important. Up until an hour before the show, the plan was for the Miz to drop the title, and the IC belt was going to go over to Raw because it would have made a hell of a lot more sense to do that. But then everything changed, and then I knew it when I saw the writing on the wall. Had Goldberg not won on top of everything else, I think I could have been a little bit more okay with things. But then to see 3 years of sacrifice, 3 years of burials, 3 years of people losing parts of their careers in some fucking in some instances, like The Undertaker losing his most definable trait, John Cena being beaten like he's never been beaten before.
Don't forget Randy Orton getting pummeled.
Oh my God, Randy Orton getting his fucking dome crushed in so badly that he joined the Wyatt family now. Oh,
I hate that. I hate that, by the way.
I kind of dug it tonight, though. He took a bullet tonight. I liked it.
I didn't really see
Oh,
that
you didn't
part,
see it?
but
Yeah, he sacrificed
see it.
himself. It was actually kind of cool.
Really?
Yeah, it was actually kind of cool.
Well, the thing is, I feel like he's so out of place. He's so out of place in the Wyatt family.
He has been for a long time, though, to be fair. Randy, for the past like 2 or 3 years, it feels like he's just been a guy who's floating around with nothing to do. Like, it would just, he's been like, his home life is getting better. He's having a new baby now, too, on top of it. So he's going to be taking some time off. There's all these things. He just seems like he's floating. It's very weird. This Wyatt
he did also
thing,
get back from injury.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
And then on the Wyatt thing, I don't know. It's very strange. Mystic, final thoughts before I let you go. I got a lot of calls I got to get to tonight.
Okay, final thoughts. I do feel like Goldberg should have won. I just felt like there should have been much of a bigger fight, at least like 10 to 15 minutes long, not 45 seconds. I feel like they wasted that.
He couldn't have wrestled. He couldn't have done it. He couldn't have wrestled 15 minutes. He couldn't wrestle 5 minutes. That's why they did this. But Goldberg certainly shouldn't have won tonight. I'd like to know, why do you think Goldberg should have won? I really want to know, why do you think Goldberg should have won?
Well, the thing is, in WCW, he was such a huge hero. He had his long streak, everything. And right as when WWE bought WCW, they underutilized the crap out of him. He was just jobbing for that one period. He wasn't as Goldbergy as he was.
Well, he won a world title.
If that makes sense.
To be fair,
he did won the world title,
and he also beat Lesnar on the way out. I mean, like.
Exactly, but since he was so completely over with the universe, I feel like they would have seen it as shooting themselves in the foot if they had Lesnar defeat Goldberg.
You see, from a
their
business
ratings
standpoint,
are going down, and I feel like they're just wanting to entertain and just give it to the fans.
They gave it to the fans right up the fucking ass tonight. You see, here's the thing. Had Goldberg won, what would have happened? It would have been 1-1. And let's say they have a good 8 to 10 minute match, and it would have worked out just fine. It would have been a decent fight. They would have beaten the hell out of each other, whatever. And Goldberg loses. Now they're 1-1. Goldberg has a reason to give more to the company. They can have the rubber match at WrestleMania. Brock doesn't have to take up another slot, and they can do whatever they're going to do. Goldberg gets to stick around the company and have some shit to do and stuff. It would have made a hell of a lot of sense. Now there's just nothing. Goldberg doesn't even have that juice that he's been building for 3 years to give to somebody who could actually help the company. There is no way, shape, or form Goldberg should have won this match. It is a travesty against wrestling logic and just wrestling sensibility. But hey, I appreciate your opinion. Everyone's right to it, but yours is very wrong. Have yourself a good night, Mystic, okay?
You too. All right.
Take it easy. I appreciate the call. We're taking your calls live on Skype. David Vancura, DAVIDVANCURA, and the number 702-751-2902. We got a $6.66 donation a little bit earlier while I was taking that call. Thank you for that. If we do get to $100, somebody do math because I don't want to do math. If we get to $100, Carolina Reaper will eat it live on air if we get to $100. All right? Real simple. Really, really simple. We're going to take a couple more calls, then I'm going to get into some copious amounts of notes because I do got a lot I want to say about some of the other matches, and I want to get back on my soapbox for Shane McMahon in a minute as well. But we're going to take some more calls because I got a bunch of them coming in. 480, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
I'm going to throw up all over the floor right now. I can't believe this. 3 years for what? For
nothing.
what?
For nothing.
Orton, Cena, and Ambrose destroyed all three of them. For what?
Nothing.
Why?
For nothing. I forgot about Ambrose. They fed him Ambrose too. Yeah.
God-awful match. He destroyed
we don't know if it's a good match or a bad match. It was 30 seconds. Lesnar got no offense. He just caressed him and put him in the corner. There was no offense. I can't even say it. Look, Goldberg looked good in the three things that he did. I mean, I guess that's a positive. I don't know. But it's just the whole night was a fail, man. The whole fucking night was a fail. And then Goldberg running around with his shirtless kid afterwards. The whole thing fucking was just weird to me, man.
I honestly cannot believe they brought themselves to this decision. I don't understand.
They did it spur of the moment too. They did it an hour before the fucking show. It's just everything changed. You just see the goddamn betting lines just drastic. I've never seen betting lines change this drastically, this close before a fight. I've never seen it. 3 matches. Dude, I keep stressing it. I'm sure people are like, man, he keeps fucking stressing this. Yes, because I've never seen it go from Goldberg at one point was a minus 800 favorite. Or, I'm sorry, Brock Lesnar was a minus 800 favorite. An hour before the fucking show started, Goldberg swings to a negative 1,200 favorite to win. I've never seen it, and it happened in 2 other matches. Unfucking believable. 480, final thoughts. What you got?
This show was liquid ass. I can't believe it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I
hear stuff in the background, DeKendrick. Fix that and then call back. All right. 480, I appreciate the call. You have yourself a good night. Liquid ass, I agree.
You too.
Take it easy. All right. We will be taking more calls. DeKendrick, I will take your call. I will take your call, DeKendrick. All right, let's try this again with DeKendrick. DeKendrick, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hey, man. I really liked the pay-per-view. It was kind of boring. The only thing that I really cared about was...
Wait. How can you say, I really liked the pay-per-view, it was kind of boring? How can you say that in the same sentence?
I said I didn't really like the pay-per-view.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I apologize. I got a cock in the ear. I apologize. Please go ahead and continue.
The only thing that I really cared about was Roman's neck after that spear he gave Shane.
Yeah.
It was pretty nasty.
Yeah, because I didn't see anything that hurt his leg. So that tells me more than likely he hurt his neck, which affected his leg. There might be some spinal damage because I didn't see anything else that could have hurt his leg. Did you see the way he was walking? Like he just got out of a fucking horse. Like he just got off of a horse. He was like swinging his leg around. That's neurological damage. Trust me, I know about that. I have it myself. I have a spinal cord stimulator. Here's my remote for it. Spinal cord stimulator implanted in my spine because I have neurological damage. Totally understand the situation that's probably going on with Roman right now. And let's not forget, Shane was really fucked up. Shane was so fucked up, he kicked out. That's how fucked up Shane was.
I swear Roman was just out of it for a bit.
It's really insane. Shane had no business in this match. None. Because shit like that could happen. He's just...
And I really felt like Nia and freaking Strowman should have been the last one standing in their matches.
Not even last one standing, but they could not be the first ones eliminated. They were both the biggest monsters in each match, and they were both the first ones eliminated for their respective teams. It's unbelievable.
And then Roman pretty much laid out all his SmackDown just to get counted out for Ellsworth.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. And on top of everything else, but Nia, to have her tap out to a woman who weighs as much as her left leg just really bothered me. Becky Lynch weighs as much as her left fucking leg, and she made her tap out? It's just I don't get it. Like the James Ellsworth thing, I at least, as much as I hate James Ellsworth, as much as I hate the entire thing, I at least get that. And that was somewhat kind of comical. And James Ellsworth paid a price, got thrown 74 feet through a table. That was pretty fucking baller. I enjoyed that. As someone who hates James Ellsworth, I enjoyed watching him get thrown 87 feet. That was great.
That was hilarious. I'm laughing because it's James Ellsworth. And then
Alexander O'Brien in the chat says, you never saw betting lines change so drastically? So you've never been to Ireland? No, I've never been to Ireland where it's all fucking fixed and like a cockfight got changed. No, in reality, you just don't see betting lines change this drastically for multiple events, multiple matches this close to a show. You just don't see it unless the mob's involved. Are you saying the Irish mafia is alive and well? I have no fucking idea what I'm talking about. What else you got for me, DeKendrick? Final thoughts before I get you out of here. I got a lot of people calling in.
Yeah, that was about it. It was cool talking to you for the first time, though.
Hey, feel free to call in. I'm always here. The Copious Fat Man's always hanging out. I appreciate the call, buddy. I really do.
No problem.
Have yourself a good night. I'm really sorry, guys. That the Survivor Series was an absolute shit fuck. I apologize that most people want to jump off of bridges. I'm here for you. We're going to get through this together. We're going to take your calls live on Skype. David Vancura, DavidVancura. And, of course, number 702-751-2902. We're going to take them until there's no more calls. But we're also going to go through the copious amounts of notes. And let's start that now. I do got notes, and they are copious. Oh, wait. Let's take another call. 770 You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hey, okay, so there's 2 points I want to make.
Okie dokie.
One with the cruiserweight and the IC. It's just, it was predictable, right, for Kalisto and Zayn to win, but it boggles my mind how they switched it. The only reason I could think they did that was it was too predictable. They wanted the show to be unpredictable, so I was like, oh, fuck it, let's just switch it. I
don't think it was had to do with that they wanted the show to be less predictable. I think they wanted to stick it up the Smark's ass. I think they wanted to stick it up all of our asses who sat here the night before and was making predictions and called their show 100% to a T. Most people had the same predictions. Most people. There were a couple of people who had things a little bit different, but most people had things called the way that they should have gone because it made all the sense. You're fixing all the problems that are currently with the brand split. With those 2 matches, they at least they may take the first steps to fixing all the problems that we've been having. But because Vince is so fucking up his own ass with this whole thing with the internet, man, he fucking loves, and we've heard this story so many times about him losing his mind over the betting lines, over Smarks calling the product the way that they're able to because of predictability. He fucking hates it. He hates that he has a leak in his company too. But I'll tell you what, Vince, you got a bigger leak than you thought because you made your big changes that you're going to make to shock everybody, which was only going to piss people off. That got leaked too. Your leak's even worse than you thought it was. So, I mean, what are you going to do here? You go and you do the thing that's best for business. You always say it, right? Well, you didn't practice what you preached tonight, and we got a fucking shit fuck of a show because of it. Was this Lesnar's goddamn punishment? Was that what that was? Him losing? Was that his punishment? Got a donation for $1 from I Just Bought TNA. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not ignore the fact that Bray Wyatt won the match. 2 pay-per-view wins for Bray Wyatt. Bray's getting a push. No, wait, he'll get beat by Orton. God damn it. Yeah, there you go. What else you got for me, buddy?
My last point is, I don't want to sound like I knew everything, but when you think about it, how Goldberg would have won this match, not would have, but him winning it or not, it kind of makes sense because when you look at the interviews he's done in the past, he just seems like a straight-up guy who will do things not his way, not like a Hogan thing, but more of if it makes sense, and it's just kind of, it makes sense for him to come back if he was going to win. He wasn't going to come back just to lose like that.
I don't know if I agree with that. I really don't. I think because part of the problem that Goldberg had when he first was in business, especially when he went over to WWE, was that very thing, that he had to do things on his terms. It's one of the reasons why he had to fucking not put over Brock on the way out. There's a lot of reasons to why Goldberg was on the way out, and that's one of them. So for him to continue to be that same bullheaded fucking guy and not realize what's best for the business, because look, I'm telling you, it's going to come out. The story is going to come out. Up until 1 hour before the show, Goldberg was losing this fight. He was losing this fight because it doesn't make sense for him to win. It makes no booking sense unless Goldberg held him hostage and said, I'm not going out there to lose in front of my kid at the last second, which I don't put past Goldberg because Goldberg does shit like this. He does. He's been known for this stuff. I do have a problem with that. And Vince, if he acquiesced to it, he's just as wrong as everybody else because you just fucking threw away everything you've built over 3 years. It makes no sense. Makes no sense. None. Zero. Zilcho. 770, I appreciate the call, buddy. You have yourself a good night.
All right, you too, man.
Over the top rope you go. All right, we got a good friend of the channel. He's from North Kakalaki. He is the beacon of positivity here on YouTube. It's the one, the only. It's Tommy NC 2010. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Goldberg! Goldberg!
Yeah. You know what? You're about to get a ban. You're about to get a lifetime ban, Tommy. About to be banned.
That was a beautiful match. That was one of the most beautiful matches ever. It was beautiful. That was a classic WCW match.
Are you fucking high right now? How much drugs have you taken tonight? There was nothing beautiful about that. You just saw the death. You just saw the first step of the true death of the wrestling industry. They just threw away everything. The Undertaker's streak, fucking pointless now. It meant nothing. Fucking John Cena means nothing. Dean Ambrose meant nothing. None of it meant anything. They just gave all of that to a 50-year-old man who is probably never going to wrestle again. I know you have extreme hatred for Brock Lesnar. I know you do. It's very weird. I'll never understand exactly why, because you're a very weird person. But from a business wrestling standpoint, this is one of the worst things I've ever seen. And there was nothing beautiful about that 45 seconds of 2 spears and a jackhammer. It was atrociously bad.
Okay, that's not Goldberg's fault. That's WWE's fault. Vince McMahon basically took... It was basically like shaking baby syndrome. He took Goldberg and then shook him so much until like Goldberg was like, and then he's like, okay, spear and jackhammer. That's all. Spear
That's all
and jackhammer.
Goldberg could have done, Tommy. That's all he could have done. They could not have had a 5-minute match. They couldn't have had a 7-minute match. Goldberg was sweating on the way walking down to the ring on Raw. Walking down to the ring, he sweat more than I do when I try to fucking have sex with myself. It's unbelievable. He could not have. This is the only thing he could have done. So no, it's not on Vince. They're like, okay, the last second they decided, okay, Brock's he's gonna fucking for some reason put over Goldberg. How are we gonna do it? And Goldberg's like, I have no idea. I can't do anything.
Dave, that's why they have flesh sheets for that. Okay,
that's what happened. It was fucking ridiculous. Tommy, I don't want to rage on you, but I kind of want to punch you in the face right now.
Okay, but, you know, folks, remember you're watching the Dead on Dave show, the most electrifying show, the man of wrestling talks, the man of entertainment, Tommy C's best friend. I'm a good friend of Tommy C also. And, so, you know, the fact is, folks, remember just to stroke Dead on Dave's hair. He likes that. And especially he likes it when you kiss him on the neck. He loves it. He gets very frisky, folks. Just remember that. If you ever see Dead on Dave in person, just kiss him on the lips, okay? If you're in Germany one day and you're walking around and you see Dead on Dave, just grab it and go right on his lips. He loved it.
Yeah, I love it. If you were here, you would have gotten shanked right in the neck. I'm just saying. Tommy, I appreciate the call. Actually, I don't fucking appreciate the call. You just managed to aggravate me more than I've already been aggravated. But I love you anyway. Have a good night. Make sure you check out Tommy Talks over at Tommy NC 2010. Thank you very much, buddy.
Dave, you know what I have to say to you right now?
What?
Hey!
Ah, fuck off. Eat a giant Copious cock sandwich. Copious fucking cock sandwich and fucking stab somebody and fucking. Oh my god, I'm having mental issues. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well if you've yet to do so. All right, let's go ahead and get through some copious amounts of notes, and we will take more calls as they come in. The night started off with the women's 5-on-5, man. I got a few notes for each match. We're going to get through it really quick. Women's 5-on-5, Nikki getting replaced by Natty. That's one of the first weird things that we saw tonight. What was the point of making Nikki a friggin' captain if she was going to get taken out? Now, that makes me think that her match that she had on SmackDown, something bad did happen, and she, in fact, did get hurt. That would make sense. Also, what we saw in that match was a lot of poor execution. And then, of course, the aforementioned Nia Jax tapping out makes me fucking insane. All right, we got another caller. Alexander, you're here. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
All right, hi. So I was watching the men's match, and was it the Goldberg match?
Yeah.
Goldberg match, shocking. One of the worst matches I've seen.
Yeah, it was bad.
Horrendous.
It wasn't even a match. I can't even call it a match. It wasn't a match. It's the decision that's bad. The match was fine. The 45 seconds of Goldberg, he hit 2 crisp spears and he hit a nice jackhammer. He did his job. So that part wasn't too bad, but the decision is fucking horrendous. But please continue.
there's no point in complaining though, because we saw Mania 20. It was horrendous, and
There's plenty
Goldberg's
of points to
got
complain because this is different than WrestleMania 20. The reason to complain is we
Goldberg's
just
gotten
saw,
older. It's either going to be worse, or they're going to do that. It's always going to be either worse than Mania 20.
I would have taken worse as long as Brock Lesnar wins the match, so they don't fucking throw away the last 3 years of what they've done with Brock Lesnar. That's my contention here. That's my problem, is the fact that 3 years we've had to sit through Brock Lesnar beating the hell out of everybody, taking momentum away from people. I don't have a problem with giving John Cena the biggest beatdown of his life. That was badass as hell. We had to sit through a Brock Lesnar title reign where he literally did nothing. He showed up 5 times in like a year. We saw him end the streak, and for some people, that actually really matters. All of that was just handed. All of that juice, man, was handed to a 50-year-old man who was not even able to put a 2-minute match on the main event of Survivor Series that has been built up for over a month now.
Yeah,
that is a serious problem. That's a big problem. That is a problem that will kill the industry. This is like WCW finger poke of doom territory. That's how bad this is. This is very bad.
Stepping aside from all the Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, what are they going to do with the main title and Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose? And
who gives a shit? Who cares? Fucking both champions ended up losing relatively early. Fucking AJ looked a lot better than Kevin, but Kevin, I guess they're going to start a feud between Kevin and Chris Jericho because Kevin defiled the list. It's unbelievable to me. At least there's a little bit more interest with AJ because him and Dean is actually quite interesting now, as Dean jeopardized SmackDown with his jealousy, anger, whatever, resentment going after AJ, and then getting to see the Shield thing. That was actually a really cool moment. So I'm not going to hate fuck that too much, but it's just like, it doesn't matter. The titles don't matter. Nothing matters. None of it matters right now. It's like WWE's in a downward spiral. I'm just waiting for them to crash on the ground because it's all over. It's all over but the crying, my friend.
And before I go, right, I'll leave you now. The Miz and Sami Zayn match, something went on backstage before that happened.
Well, something happened with 3 matches. That was a bad match.
It didn't look planned at all.
Because it wasn't planned that way. You know, that's the thing. You got to remember, this was supposed to be Ziggler and Zayn, but when they made the decision that Zayn was going to take the title off of him, they didn't want Ziggler to drop the belt, so they dropped the belt to Miz, who can much more easily drop the belt to Zayn. So then at the last second, they make this big change and say, wait a second, Miz is going to win the belt after all, and all right, just have Maurice do something. So Maurice goes and starts ringing the bell. The match wasn't bad by any stretch. I don't think that was a very bad match between The Miz and Sammy, but you're 100% right. They didn't look prepared for it. It's like they looked shook, like something changed because something changed. The finish got changed. And sometimes that's enough to mess you up to where nothing else makes sense. And that's what we saw tonight.
All right, Too Tall. So
I'm not too tall. Oh, wait. Oh, no. You just hurt me. You hurt me. I am not too tall. Oh, that hurt me, Alexander. Oh, my God. I mean, I love Too Tall just as much as the next guy, maybe even more. But damn, stab me in the heart. I don't even look like him. He's much more taller and better looking. Oh, my God. All right, so speaking of the Intercontinental Championship match, we already talked about what was the point of Ziggler losing. Somebody explain to me. Can anybody explain what was the point of Ziggler losing the title? Because Ziggler and Zayn would have been a much better match, much, much more gooder than what we saw at Miz, which wasn't a bad match, but it was so weird of an ending, and the fact that we didn't get a fundamental change and shift in what's going on in the product, it just made it awful. None of this makes sense. That whole match didn't make sense, and it was hard to get emotionally invested because of it. Tag team 5-on-5. Let's talk about that for a moment. I gotta be honest here. It might have been one of the better matches of the night. Probably the second best match of the night, right behind the 5-on-5 men's match. The tag teams, they came to play tonight. They really did. I was very impressed with them. But again, weird booking decisions plagued everything. Yeah, let's eliminate the tag team that's about to break the all-time tag team championship record. They're about to break it. Yeah, this makes sense. Let's eliminate them first. They're about to break Demolition's record of all-time championship days held. Unbelievable. Let's eliminate them first. Makes all the sense in the world. I get it's a shock factor, but it's stupid. It's stupid. Makes no sense. Oh my God. But like I said, overall the match was okay. I liked it. What we did get on a positive side, on the opposite side of things, what we did get was a little bit of a payoff for all the Cesaro and Sheamus thing. We did get a payoff with them winning. Okay, there's a little bit of a payoff there. Not much of a payoff because it still doesn't make sense in the context of the entire story, but a little bit of a payoff. So okay, there's a little bit of a positive thing. So let's not all slit our throats together. So that's a good thing. Let's take another call. Will Dillon, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hi, Dave.
Willy, banana, banana, Billy, me, mama, Millie, Billy. I'm sorry, what you got?
What was that at the end?
Shit!
Was terrible.
It was shit. Fucking shit. That's what it was.
Oh, mate, it was so bad. The men's single was absolutely fantastic. That was brilliant. And
but even that had its issues. Even that had its issues.
Yeah, you could see it. It was not a great pay-per-view. NXT blew it out of the water again last night. So it's one of the ones that I'm tired and I just can't believe I watched that squash match. That is still not sitting right with me at all.
It was almost embarrassing. Just sitting there.
It is. It's
What's the Undertaker saying right now? What do you think the Undertaker's saying right now? Wherever the Undertaker is, what do you think he's saying?
He's probably doing that Brock Lesnar face meme.
20 years he did not lose at WrestleMania. 20 years. Now, I'm not a big proponent of the streak. I'm not. I've been very vocal about that. I don't give a fuck about the streak. But at the same fucking time, it does mean a hell of a lot to a hell of a lot of people. 20 years, man. 21, whatever it was. He went without losing. He loses to Brock Lesnar, which sends Brock Lesnar on this 3 years of domination that you really can't compare to many other things. Certainly nothing else that's going on in wrestling right now. And you give all that to Goldberg. It's unbelievable.
I only really took notice of the streak after the Edge Undertaker match. That's when I really noticed the streak.
Yeah.
But like you said, Cena, Ambrose, The Undertaker, what was the point of that? I think Brock Lesnar's not lost a match since Triple H, am I right in saying?
I think
in theory, that was the last time he was pinned.
He lost a triple threat. He did lose a triple threat at WrestleMania. And he did lose one of the rematches with Taker, but under nefarious, weird means.
Fair enough. Yeah, I forgot that one.
Yeah,
that's
other
right.
than that, really, he hasn't lost at all. It's been crazy.
It is months of build-up for pretty much a squash. The only thing I could think of is Goldberg still carrying that injury. It's legit, maybe, I don't know, but it was still awful. It was still absolutely awful.
Look, I don't think it matters. I think that they realized... When they made the decision, once again, this decision for him to win was made an hour before the fucking show. He was losing this match. 100% convinced of it. No one's going to convince me otherwise. Yep. He was losing this match.
No.
But when they make the decision...
We even said he was losing.
Yeah, when they make the decision to have him win, he's like, well, what the fuck do I do? I'm not prepared for this. And we've seen him look okay, but he didn't look great physically. Like he looked like he'd been training really hard. He didn't look terrible for a 50-year-old man, but he did look like a 50-year-old man. And he hit a couple of moves there, and that's great. But that was all he was capable of doing. He was not going to be able to give any more than that. He couldn't give 5 minutes. He couldn't get 7 minutes. He couldn't do it. This was the only way it was going to work, and he looked exhausted after that.
Yeah, it just really was annoying at the end. I still can't believe it. It is, like you said, it is just a slap in the face to the wrestling industry. It really was, considering how much juice Lesnar's had over the last 3 years.
What I'm trying to figure out now, because this is what I do, I try to figure out where do they go from here? How can they fix this? What can they do? So my thought is Brock is going to come murder somebody on Raw. He's going to take somebody and actually kill a motherfucker on camera tomorrow. Like literally, I'm not even kidding. I'm not being facetious. I'm not using hyperbole. He is going to snap somebody's neck on camera. That is the only thing I can think of that they're going to do to be able to make this not a complete waste. Because Brock is still, unless Brock's gone. Unless we find out in the next few days that Brock has retired from wrestling, which is a possibility. I'm not saying it's not. It could, very well could be, because if you notice too about Brock, he didn't look very good physically tonight. He looked more flabby than usual. It's something I'm starting to think about now. What if Brock is done wrestling? What if that's the reason? Now, if that's the reason, and that revelation just came out, let's say that Brock and Vince had another little heated exchange, which they've had a couple over the last couple of years. What if they had another one and Brock said, I'm going to do this fucking match, but old man, after that, suck a dick, I'm gone. And they're like, okay, well, you got to lose this match. You can't win. You got to lose. So that's the decision. That's why they made the decision to go with Goldberg. That's a possibility. That is a distinct possibility.
It could be really true, mate. It could be really true. I just stabbed
myself in the leg with the fucking gizmo ear. Oh my God. I think I cut myself with a gizmo ear. This is a sharp fucking ear. I just stabbed it right into my leg. Oh my God. I'm bleeding a little. Oh.
No way,
that's really
Gizmo cut you?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. I just stabbed myself with a gizmo ear. What else you got for me, Will? I'm in shock. Oh my God.
That's not much, Dave. Like yourself, it's what
I can't have.
No,
this is
no
like if this was a knife.
No long past 4 for us.
Oh my God, I'm gonna fucking make a knife out of this. Come on, you want to fucking swashbuckle with me? Holy shit, this is unbelievable. Anything else from me, Mr. Will?
No, Dave. I'll let you go. Thanks for talking to you again.
No problem, buddy. I appreciate your call. Thanks for supporting. As always, have a good night.
Thank you.
Over the top rope you go. I appreciate that. We are taking your calls live on Skype. David Vancura, DAVIDVANCURA, or use the number 702-751-2902. We be taking your calls. We be taking your calls. We be taking your calls. We're going to talk all night. I'm going to get through the rest of my copious amounts of notes. And I got to doctor my fucking wound from this gizmo ear. It's fucked up. Make sure you hit that like button if you've yet to do so, kids. Machinima likes the likes. That means I like the likes. Also, subscribe to the channel. I want to go ahead and give a little bit of love to the people who helped me out tonight. Gun Cannon, who I'm going to bring in right now because he just called in. Amazing. I just said your name and you called. That's unbelievable. Gun Cannon 15. He started a new graphics design company entitled Iron Knight Graphics. And he has been working like an absolute monster for a long time to help me out because I believe Sal is dead. I hope he's not, but I think he might be. So luckily, Gun Cannon has been honing his craft and really making a big effort to try and make sure that we have things here for the channel. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I appreciate copiously. I mean, I'm forever indebted to you, my friend. You do amazing work. I really do appreciate it. We're learning together, and thank you so much, Gun Cannon. Make sure you go check his video out, his channel out, Gun Cannon 15 on YouTube, and of course also on Twitch, Gun Cannon 15. Go check him out, and if you need any graphics done, if you like what you see, go ahead and hit him up. Iron Knight Graphics. Bang. What you got for me, Gun?
I've been trying to find positives out of this whole thing.
Good luck.
Yeah, I mean, we got to look at a couple facts. One, the list has 2 eliminations. The list has 2 eliminations. We have to actually look at that.
The list has 2 eliminations tonight. That's unfucking believable.
We also have to look at the fact that Ellsworth has a freaking elimination.
Ellsworth has an elimination. Ellsworth has an elimination.
And you know, I was searching and I was hoping maybe I could find something out of it. And even with the 45 seconds of wasting 3 years of, WWE's money.
Oh, God.
And I thought I had found something. I was like, you know what? There's going to be a benefit out of this. Those people that couldn't afford the $9.99 a month to watch this or couldn't afford the pay-per-view, they're going to get to see that whole Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar 45-minute hug fest.
Yeah.
I was freaking wrong. When they put the thing up, they only put the 2 spears in and then faded to black.
Well, that was it anyway. You know, that was basically it. It's crazy. You know what I haven't talked about yet? I haven't talked about this yet. The Cruiserweight title match, which was a fucking great match up until Baron Corbin came in and squashed everything for fucking no reason. I couldn't believe it. It looked like Brian Kendrick was going to win anyway. Why have Corbin come in there and do that? It made absolutely no sense. It just shows you everything you need to know about what the WWE and Vince McMahon thinks about the Cruiserweights. Let's go ahead and let's let them have a great match. Let's let them bring everybody in, and then we're going to have the big motherfucker come on and squash them both. Unbelievable.
I was so pissed off after that. There's absolutely no reason for that.
None.
I mean, did I want to see Kendrick lose the title? I did. I won't lie. I mean, yeah, Kalisto would have had it, but you know what? The Cruiserweights would have gotten a lot more face time.
Yes, they would have. And it would have made sense logistically too, because now people are going to have to travel to 2 different fucking cities now and stuff. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and now instead, you put Baron Corbin in, and now he's it's at this point it's inevitable he's going to have another friggin' feud with Kalisto, which made no sense in the first place.
No, it didn't. What the fuck? It didn't work in the first place. I mean, and the whole I don't like these little guys. The last thing we need is a bunch of little. They're doing Kevin Nash versus the X Division. That's the angle. That's what it is. Yeah. It's the exact Kevin Nash, Chris Sabin. It's the exact same fucking angle. It didn't work there either, by the way. It's unbelievable to me. It was pretty crazy. I do want to get on my soapbox for a second. I got to get on my soapbox for a minute. I do got to get on my soapbox here because there's another issue that we need to talk about. Goldberg didn't get hurt tonight. That's because they didn't trust him to go more than a minute inside of the ring. Had he gone more, we would have had not one old man who did not belong in the ring tonight. In the hospital, we would have 2. Goldberg would have been right beside Shane McMahon. Yeah. There is a series. I do not have a problem with older wrestlers coming in. In fact, I believe as long as they're physically able and they've been wrestling a long time, I think it's completely okay to be able to use these guys while you have them. The Undertaker's been doing this a really long time. I'm a little more concerned about him because he seems to collapse after every fucking match that he has nowadays. But he also seems to be working his ass off to get himself in the best shape possible. Shane McMahon, on the other hand, is not like these guys. Yes, he does some amazing things within the confines of the ring, but he is a spot monkey. He's always been a spot monkey. He will always be a spot monkey. He is not a world-class athlete. He's a good athlete. He's not a great athlete. He doesn't wrestle all the time. He still had, I believe, less than 25 matches in his entire career. That is not a guy who has a body that can recover from the things that other people who do this on a daily basis can recover from. To be able to take I do not understand. Having him in the match is one thing. We saw a lot of reasons that showed why he shouldn't have been in that weird fucking roll-up angle that they did with Chris Jericho where Shane just forgot what the hell he was doing. But all of that would have been forgivable. I don't know whose idea it was to turn the coast to coast into a spear. That is an unbelievably dangerous thing to do. Shane looked fucked up. Shane was fucked up, his shoulder would not go down. Neurologically, his shoulder would not go down. And Roman, I believe, DDT'd himself right into the fucking ground, and he fucked himself up neurologically. It was unbelievable, man. Shane scared the shit out of me. I thought he broke his back. That's what I thought, because the ref grabbed his own back, and then he stopped the match. I really thought Shane broke it. I'm glad that he was able to walk out of there under his own power. That is just sheer McMahon in him, saying, I'm not going to stop this fight. I'm not going to have an ambulance come down and none of that. That's just sheer balls, and I give him credit for that. But I'm very worried. At least he has a concussion, severe one. That was scary.
Because I was going to say his head bounced really hard off of that spear. So there's probably even going further past that, like you were talking about how Reigns didn't even look right afterwards when he took that Sister Abigail at the end of the match. I don't know if people were watching.
Shit whipped.
Yeah, his neck went just literally limp,
Wet
and
noodle.
he just kind of folded over.
That was terrifying. Yes.
Yeah. The props I have to give out of that match though was for Orton, because as soon as that happened to to Shane, and the docs pushed him out of the ring, his first response was he went over to where, Shane's, I assume his wife and the kids were, and let them know, hey, this is what's going on.
Yep.
I have to give him all the props in the world for doing that, because that shows a lot of maturity, considering, what we know of Orton's.
They handled that situation as well as they could have. They did.
Yeah.
Like, everybody got the attention off of Shane. There was a scrum outside. That was smart. That was well done. But that's to be expected. With the type of athletes and the type of wrestlers who were in that match, that was totally to be expected. How about Braun Strowman almost killing AJ Styles? Holy shit.
Oh,
when he threw him over oh my God, that scared the shit out of me. I thought AJ was done, but luckily he seems to be okay. There was a lot of dangerous and just pointless fucking moves done tonight. A lot of stuff. How about that? The Brian Kendrick weird off the top rope thing he did with Kalisto, where he back bent like a fisherman thing. That was bizarre. That was, oh my! It looked like he spiked his head into the ground. There was a bunch of moves that just seemed to be ill thought out. Like, did they put any planning in tonight's show? I don't bury shows like this. How many times in as long as you guys have been watching me, however long you've been watching, how many times can you ever recall me burying something like this? It doesn't happen, man. I am very good about trying to give, and maybe sometimes a little too much. I try to give it the benefit. I try to look at anything that I can that works. Tonight was just an embarrassment to wrestling, and I am just so disappointed. I don't know if I can continue, man. I'm thinking about my life choices right now. I'm thinking about my life choices.
It's like I said earlier. The new logo or the new motto should have been for the Survivor Series. You should have been here yesterday. It was like 20 times better.
Yeah. I can't watch Lucha because that's even worse. I can't watch TNA because it's even worse. Ring of Honor, you get eye cancer if you watch it on television because their production value is so bad. It's scientifically proven to give you eye cancer. The Japanese stuff, all that stuff was filmed fucking 6 months ago. There's still Shinsuke Nakamura matches being filmed on that shit. They're being shown. I mean, I can't watch that. I know what's going on. I can't do it. So this is my only option. So does that mean that I'm done as a wrestling fan? Probably not, because I have built an audience based off of my wrestling opinions, and I'm not going to abandon that. But I don't know if I can continue being the rosy, fucking nice, fair guy. I think after tonight, I'm going to be far more jaded than I was before. I feel like this is Nam. This is my Nam. I've seen stuff, man, and I've been through some things and stuff, man. You know, that's what I feel like. And I've actually been to real war, and I don't feel like I was this traumatized. Iraq didn't traumatize me as much as I feel traumatized right now. You know?
Jeez.
It's unbelievable.
Jeez. Yeah, this is definitely going to turn a lot of people, and they're going to look at this and go,
Toronto dug
I
it.
got nothing.
Toronto was in it, man. Toronto was chanting Goldberg. They chanted Ellsworth. They were digging it, dude. And I'm
okay,
just like,
I have found the positive. The big winner that we have. Okay, the big winner that we have to go out of this weekend, even for losing, is Ty Dillinger. Because that 10 chant not only went from NXT, it went into Survivor Series, and every chance they had to chant it, they did. And when they got it taken away from them, they booed the fuck out of them.
Yes, they did. I agree. No, that is, you know what? Ty Dillinger is the winner.
Ty Dillinger wins the weekend.
He does. He wins the weekend. He does. Indeed, he does. Unbelievable. That is 100% true. That's a good call, man. He won the weekend. Good on Ty Dillinger. Everything is 10. But man, I give credit for that crowd to being happy, but holy shit, that was just repugnant, man. Final thoughts. I think I'm gonna wrap this bitch up. I can't say in many more other words how bad this was, and I don't want to gild the lily too much. You know, it was bad, but I can't deal with it too much. So what else you got? You got anything else?
poor choices on creative's end. Vince needs to stop making decisions. They need to start being a little bit more creative with shit, which is pretty much what we've been saying now for fucking years.
Sure.
And this is pretty much the epitome of it.
This is a shining example of everything that is wrong. Like, this is the problem that I'm having most, is the things that I've been able to defend in the past, and I've been like, okay, well, it's not necessarily that true. They showed it all to be true tonight, and it's unbelievable. It's like all the bad aspects of like booking, creative, all the things that people say are true, it kind of got proved tonight. And that is hard to deal with, because it's like, I tell people that are never happy with stuff. I had to tell somebody last night, I don't understand why you're watching wrestling. If you're not happy with what you saw last night at NXT, why are you watching wrestling? I don't get it. I kind of feel like that now. Like, nothing is going to make me happy after this when it comes to wrestling, because I don't see a way out of this. I don't see a way through this shit. I don't know what they're going to do to come back from it, because Raw, exact same position that it was in before. Nothing changed. Survivor Series didn't change anything for anybody. They had an opportunity to make drastic changes that would have fixed big gaping holes and problems, and they just didn't change anything. And it just, the reasons potentially for it bother me as well, because I do believe that the reasoning was Vince freaking out because Kevin Dunn and other people were saying, well, all the smarks on YouTube and stuff are basically, they have all of our predictions. The betting line is 100% right, Vince. What are we going to do? And Vince is like, well, fuck them all. They didn't change the Raw and SmackDown stuff. They put that the way that it was always going to be, with Raw winning 2 out of the 3 matches, but SmackDown winning the biggest. I don't think that really matters. But on the opposite side of that, the people who were like, SmackDown's definitely winning the men's, why else would they have The Undertaker give that ominous warning? And like I said to those people, because it didn't matter. Because none of it fucking matters. None of it fucking matters. I don't know. It was just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do? Gunn, I appreciate the call, buddy. Have yourself a really good night.
You too, man. You too.
All right, buddy. This is your last chance. If you got phone calls, we got the things that you want to say, now's the time. We're going to wrap this bitch up. If you want to call in, I'm going to take final calls right now on Skype. David Vancura, DavidVancura. And the number 702-751-2902. Now is your opportunity. It's your last chance for romance. Make sure, if you've yet to do so, subscribe to the channel. Also, hit that like button if you haven't done that. We're having a good old time. And don't worry, I will be here for Monday Night Raw tomorrow. I'm going to find a way to trudge on through this. We're going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be here. It's going to be good stuff. And we're going to have a good time. Dale Clark, this fat fuck don't know wrestling. Call in. Call in and prove me wrong. If you know wrestling and I don't, and I'm not even saying I do, it's my opinions, call in and tell me why I'm wrong. You know why you're not going to call in? Because you're a pussy. And you know what I'm saying is true. And if you do call in, you're going to embarrass yourself, and you'll probably just call me names because you got fucking nothing. But that's not 100% true. Because you do have the ability to think about your fucking life choices. So there you go. Rating for tonight. Let's see what your guys' rating are in the chat. I want you to throw your rating down right now. I want to know what you guys thought of tonight's show. Out of 10, please. Let's not get too complicated. I'm going with a 4. Maybe a 3. A 3. I'm going with a 3. A 3. That's what I think we're going to go with. We're going to go to 3, but I want to know what you guys think. In the chat, now's your time. Sound off. What did you think of tonight's show? Give me that rating. Hit me up. And if you want to make that final phone call, please do so. Thank you to everybody for calling in tonight. Thank you for everybody who donated tonight. I appreciate that as well. Here comes the money. I appreciate that. Really not much else to talk about. Formal Ghost, how long was that Goldberg-Brock match? It was about 45 seconds long. All right, the ratings are coming in. Let's see here. Sleeping Angels, a 1. Germinator, 3 out of 10. Lion Warlord, 2 out of 10. Reese Hendricks, 8. I'd love for you to call in and tell me why it was an 8. I really would. I really, really would. Easy Freezy, 4 out of 10. Casey McLaughlin, 3 out of 10. Alexander O'Brien, he tried to explain why he liked it. He gave it a 7 out of 10. I don't think he did a very good job, but he tried. Mystic, 2 out of 10. Francisco Scagna, 2 out of 10. Ricky Venny, 8 out of 10. Once again, I'd love for you to call in and tell me why you thought that. I just want to know. I don't even want to tell you that you're wrong. I just want to know. Maybe there's something I'm missing. Maybe I'm fucked up. I want to know. Gun Cannon, 2.5 out of 10. Tim Banks, 3. Chuck Wilson, 3. Adam Cabot, 45 seconds out of 10. Toka LaFox, 3 out of 10. Razor JB, 3 out of 10. Mystic Fox, 2 out of 10. Dylan, 3. Formal Ghost, 3.2. 6.7, 7.5, all kinds of stuff. We got another caller. 864, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
That's right.
What's up?
Yeah, I went on like a 10-minute rant in my room, and my parents started checking on me like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm fucking not okay. I wasted 4 hours of my life.
I'm not okay.
4 hours of my life gone. 1 hour though I could tolerate that. The men's Survivor Series
men's
match.
Really... They tried at the very least. They seemed to give a fuck. Maybe the only people who did give a fuck tonight. They really did seem to care, and they did try to do their absolute best. But even that had its issues. But it is what it is. Please continue.
Yeah, but when I saw what Goldberg did to Lesnar, I'm just staring at my screen, a blank look on my face. My face is getting all red. I fucking like throw my phone across the room.
I maybe even would have been able to tolerate had he lost in a 5 to 7 match and 5 to 7 minute match, and maybe somebody else got involved that would have like gotten Goldberg into Brock into another feud going forward. We would have saw more Brock for the rest of the year. But to be squashed by Goldberg, it's unbelievable to me. Squashed, says Gizmo. Squashed. I don't get that. I'm telling you, I think we're going to find out that Brock Lesnar quit the WWE. That is the only explanation I can come up with. That he quit the fucking WWE. That he's done, son. Or he got fired. One of the two. It's the only thing I can make fun of. I can make any type of heads or tails. I don't know. Anything else, 864? Anything else?
Well, people were telling me that, they think that Goldberg won because of the injury that he sustained. They probably couldn't really have a match, so they just said, all right, Goldberg.
That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense to me.
But, I'm just pissed off about it. Lesnar lost a lot of legitimacy to me, and,
Oh, he's done. His value's tanked. Let me get this other call. I appreciate it. Have yourself a really good night, buddy.
You too.
Don't break anything. All right, let's take another caller. 832. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Oh, what's up?
What's up, dude?
So then when fucking when Shane McMahon got speared, I honestly thought he knocked the wind out of himself. He might have got a concussion and knocked the wind out of himself. That's why you saw him it just looked like he both happened, to be honest.
It's the shoulder. The shoulder is what makes me worried. The fact that he could not put his shoulder down onto the mat. It was. That could either mean concussion or it could mean a neurological problem. I think it was definitely more than getting his wind knocked out of it. When someone gets their wind knocked out of it, they try to get their wind back. He just laid there like a dead fish. Like his system was trying to reboot. So either neurological, something with the brain, it did not look good. It was terrifying.
Well, I'm probably 99.9% for sure we will not see him this Tuesday.
Oh, no, he will not be there Tuesday. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Anything else, 832? Anything else?
Oh, yeah. I just want to say, it was kind of sweet how Randy Orton told his kids it's going to be all right.
Randy's a good guy, man. Randy's happy for the first time in his career. And
hello.
Hold on, Tommy. You speak when spoken to. You hold on.
I'm pissed off right now.
Well, I don't care. You hang on for a second. I'm talking to somebody else. You just sit there, all right? I'll be right with you. But yeah, it was good what Randy did. I thought it was showed a lot of maturity on his part. So, and he's his family's growing, so he understands, and that was good of him. I agree. Anything else?
Oh no, thank you very much.
All right, man. Take it easy. Have yourself a really good night, and over the top rope you go. Tommy, NC 2010 is back. Tommy, what's wrong? Why are you upset?
I need everybody.
Wait. Be very careful about what you're about to say.
But actually I have to go right now. Somebody's calling me.
Okay, what's wrong? Okay, well, I'm fairly certain Tommy was about to go and tell people to attack somebody. I'm fairly certain that was about to happen. I had to stop that. I had to make sure Tommy did not just incite people to go attack somebody, which I'm almost 100% sure he was about to do. So I had to stop that. All right. I think that's about going to wrap it up. There's really not much more to say. My shoulder's killing me. I'm absolutely exhausted. I'm flabbergasted. I'm emotionally distraught. I might have PTSD now. If I didn't have it from Iraq, I certainly fucking have it now after this shit. But we're going to get through it, guys. We're going to get through it. We're going to find a way. We're going to live on. Today we celebrate our Independence Day. We're going to move on. Tomorrow night, Monday Night Raw, we're going to be back at it. Maybe something amazing happens. Who knows? I don't know. Do you know? Maybe we're going to find out Brock Lesnar quit wrestling. He might have quit. That's all I can think about. Thank you, Tutal, for being here tonight. I appreciate that. To come back out of your cave, I really do appreciate that. Thank you for joining. It's always nice to hear from you. Thank you to everybody who donated tonight, everybody who was a part of the show, everybody who called in. Really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And we will see you next time right here on Dead on Dave Productions. I'll also be back on Tommy C's Shot from the Point tomorrow. I took a few days off because of my shoulder. But I'm back and better than ever, and I'll be there tomorrow. So everything is okie dokie, mogashkoki. Yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you next time right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Like, subscribe, and share. And as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends like all those crazy mofos on my featured channels. Let's go check them out, man. They're all talented people, and they all deserve your patronage. All right? We'll see you next time. Keep it copious, and peace.